camino que revelan los misterios y el pasado perdonado y el futuro no ha llegado. El horizonte es enorme y abruma, pero puedes vencer los temores y las dudas. Échate al agua, el destino te protege, aunque te quieran parar, tú no los dejes. Rema, rema con coraje por el charco de la vida, al ritmo que dicta el viento. Hey, oh, hey, rema, rema con coraje por el charco de la vida, al ritmo que dicta el viento. Hey, oh, hey, so, hey, hey, so, oh, so, hey, siempre pa'lante, nunca hacia atrás. O marca el paso, el tiempo fugaz. Sosténete bien, el sombrerito de papel, que la vida en un soplido se va volando. Sosténete bien, el sombrerito de papel, capitán de tu propia barca, que la vida se va, se va, se va, se va, se la lleva el viento. Hey, 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 you gotta rise that force, from the inside to the outside. Yala, 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 la, 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 la. Vence el miedo, toma el remo, adéntrate en el camino que revelan los misterios. El pasado perdonado y el futuro no ha llegado. El horizonte es enorme, abruma, pero puedes vencer los temores y las dudas. Échate al agua, el destino te protege, y aunque te quieran parar, tú no los dejes. Rema con coraje por el charco de la vida, al ritmo que dicta el viento. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Alala bing, yalala bing, hey ho, hey. Alala bing, yalala bing, hey ho, hey. Alala bing, yalala bing, yalala, alala bing, yalala bing, hey ho, hey. Hello.
Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, everyone. My name is Marlon Manuel. I am one of the earliest, maybe one of the oldest members of the Legal Empowerment Network. I am thrilled to welcome all of you to the 10th anniversary celebration of our network. This is our network, the Legal Empowerment Network. Can I see some either virtual or actual physical round of applause from everyone? I'm just looking at the my monitor and
Hey,
seeing,
wonderful.
Absolutely,
different people who are here. Thank you very much. And before we start, just a few reminders, a few housekeeping notes. First, please note that this event will have simultaneous translation in English, Spanish, French, and Portuguese. Okay, so to activate the function, I know that after 2 years of the pandemic, we are all familiar with Zoom, but just to remind everyone, to activate the function, please look for the globe icon at the bottom of your screen, and then click on it and select your language of choice. So again, we have English, French, Portuguese, and Spanish. If you're having any difficulties concerning the use of the Zoom functions technology, please send a message to my colleague Mia Velasco. Mia is here in the room on Zoom, so just send a chat message to Mia. Please note, this event is being recorded, so we can share it later on to other network members who are not able to join us today. And we will share the full recording later on our YouTube channel. If you can, if your internet bandwidth will allow it, we encourage everyone to open their videos and to mute the phones, the mics, to mute the microphones. Okay, we have a very exciting program today, full of musical performances, reflections from a few network members and from members of the network team at Namati. And we would spend some time discussing with each other, sharing our ideas for the future of our network. The program today will be for 1 hour and 15 minutes. 1 hour and 15 minutes. So please be ready for that period of celebration, reflections, music. Okay, so we are ready to start. As we get started, I'd like us to start with a musical performance, specially created for our network for the anniversary, for the 10th anniversary. I'm sure some of you know this person. I met him in the Legal Empowerment Leadership course in 2017, if I'm not mistaken. We have David de Conseca Saut. I hope I I pronounced that correctly, to get us in the mood for reflection and celebration. Please welcome David.
Since 10 years of building community and movement of people fighting for justice. Thank you, Namati and the Legal Empowerment Network. Since 10 years, we have been fighting to put the law into the hand of the people. Since 10 years, we have been fighting to put the law into the hand of community, transforming life, empowering people to know the law, transforming life, and empowering people to know the right. It has been 10 years, 10 years of fighting and empowering people. Those people today, they know how to fight for their rights. They know how to defend themselves. My game on. Since 10 years, we have been fighting to put the law into the hand of the people. Since 10 years, we have been fighting to put the law into the hand of community, transforming life, empowering people to know the law, transforming life, and empowering people to know the right. My name is David. I am paralegal from Namati, Mozambique.
Thank you so much, David,
Wow.
for this beautiful
Beautiful song.
again, specially composed for the 10th anniversary. For the 10th anniversary of the network. We are so grateful to David. I'm not sure if he's here. He's probably here. Okay. I am seeing some messages in the chat. Some people are introducing themselves. We encourage everyone, if you haven't done so, please introduce yourself, write your name, where you're from, your organization, your country. Just say hi to everyone, and please feel free to use the chat throughout the program to put your comments or even just emojis. Use your emoji, the emojis, the reactions in Zoom as we proceed and as we go through our program. Okay, we will do a quick game in the tradition of our activities and our events. We will do a quick icebreaker game to get to know one another a little better. Okay, and for this, we will be testing the capacity of Zoom, our platform. Okay, to begin with, I'll ask everyone to turn off, everyone except for me. Everyone, turn off your video. Turn off your video, and then listen. Turn off your video, everyone, and then listen carefully to what I will say. Turn off, everyone. Turn off your videos. Please turn off your video. Don't leave the room. Don't leave the room. Just turn off the video. Okay. Turn off the video. Now, I'll read a few statements and listen very carefully. And if the statement applies to you, then I want you to turn on your video for a few seconds, maybe 3 to 5 seconds. Okay? If the statement that I will say applies to you, then turn off your video just for a few seconds. Okay? Now, first, if you play, because we have started with some music. If you play a musical instrument, okay, turn on your video for a few seconds. And then share your instrument in the chat. Put your instrument in the chat. Okay, share your video for a few seconds. And then write in the chat, Abby is showing her musical instrument. If you have your musical instrument with you, then you can show it. Otherwise, just put in the chat box what you play: guitar, cello, trumpet, drums, percussion, ukulele. Okay, thank you very much, everyone. So amazing to read about all the different musical instruments, all the musical talent in our network. We should call on all of you, those who turned on their videos and who wrote in the chat box. We should call on all of you to record a song for our next event, for our next meeting. Okay, so everyone, again, turn off the video. Everyone, turn off the video. Turn off your video. Okay, turn off, everyone, turn off the video and wait for the next statement. Okay, if you can speak more than 3 languages, and this could be languages, major languages in your country or languages from your country and other countries. If you can speak 3 languages, 3 or more languages, please turn on your video. Wow. It's amazing to see how many members of our network, of our community, can speak multiple languages. And it talks about the diversity, our ability to connect to different communities. I think that's part of the work. No? It's part of the work of legal empowerment. We have to learn different languages. We have to communicate with people who use languages different from our own languages. Okay, now, and this will be the last for this quick icebreaker game. If you like spicy food, I can see. If you like spicy food, turn on your video. Okay, I can see Tom from Thailand. So many people. Kita. Oh, I think almost all. Zaza, Lotaro, almost all. Frank, almost all love spicy food. And you know what? This is actually one limitation of a virtual gathering. If this were a face-to-face gathering, we should have food. We would be sharing. We would be sharing food. But unfortunately, because this is a virtual gathering, we could not serve food, and virtual food is not good. It doesn't taste. It doesn't taste anything. So we'll be content with sharing stories, sharing reflections with each other instead of food. Okay, one more. Let's try. Let's see. Uh, let's start talking about the history of our network. So everyone, turn off your video. Turn off your video. We'd like to know how long you've been a member of the network. Okay? So everyone, turn off your videos. If you have been a member of the network for 1 year, so you are a young member, 1 year, turn on your video for a few seconds. 1 year in the network for a year. Okay? Thank you. And keep it on, okay? Don't turn off your video. Those who turn their videos on, keep the video on. So I see Caroline, John, Muhammad, Supriya. Okay. Now, if you have been a member of the network for 5 years, a little older, turn your video on and keep it on. Those who have been with the network for 5 years, turn your video on and keep it on. Anthony, Irina. Okay. Now, if you have been a member of the network for 8 years, turn your video on. Now it's difficult to monitor who is turning their videos. Almost everyone have turned on their video. And finally, if you have been a member of the network for longer than 8 years, turn your video on. I can see Zaza. Zaza, hello Zaza. It's wonderful to see how our network has grown over the years. And we are getting bigger, getting stronger, getting bigger. We're all here because we are members of the network. And over the years, we have grown into a more powerful force for justice for all. How did we start this journey? How did we start the network? I will now call on my colleague, Abigail Moy, Director of the Legal Empowerment Network team at Namati, to share a little bit about our journey as a community, our journey as a network. So give Abby a round of applause. Abby, over to you.
Hi, everyone.
Yes.
Thank you. This is so exciting to see everyone here.
Yeah, I got to know.
Hi, Sylvester. The only person
Hello,
here
Abby.
I see. Hi. I think there are some original members of the very first meetings of the network, but I see Zaza. Zaza was here from the beginning. We used to be able to fit every member of the network around a small table. And now we are over 10,000 people. That's insane. We started off with a very simple idea that all of us in different countries are doing similar things. We're fighting justice in the same way. And we need to learn from each other. We need to support each other in solidarity and also in friendship. And so over the years, we've expanded our ranks. We've tested different types of things. We started off with learning exchanges. We grew to a leadership course. We started off with small experiments thinking about policy changes, and it grew into a global campaign. We had people, a few people in different places, and now we have regional core groups with anchor members that are diving deep into issues that are relevant to communities all over the world. Our progress as a network has really been astonishing, and I'm so proud to be a part of this movement, and so proud to be among all of you. I don't want to take up too much time in the history, so let's get to the now. There's a really short exercise that I want to facilitate on this platform called Mentimeter. We're going to put a little link in the chat box. If you could click on that link, it's going to ask you to put in a word that reflects your experience with the network over the past 10 or 8 or 7 or 5 or 1 year. And it's going to create a word cloud. And we're going to see what the network means to us and have a little visual representation of the network that is built by everyone on this call. So the idea is that the network is all of us. Everyone contributes to the network. It is not one face or one organization or one event. It is like a cloud of actions, and we are like a flock of birds flying through together and creating a force that is together stronger than any one of us can be alone. This word cloud that we're creating will hopefully represent who we are in the real world. So take a few moments to put in the word that you feel represents your experience with the network. Akila, I don't have access to the actual word cloud.
No problem. I can share my screen quickly so everyone can see the results. Give me one sec. I see a lot of words coming in. This is great. Okay. Let me... All right. Can you all see this?
Yep.
Yes. And as we put in more words, it's going to change. So the way the word cloud works is the more people put in the same word, the bigger the word gets. So the biggest words have the most people putting in that word. And the smaller words, maybe there's 1 or 2 people putting in that word. So the biggest word I see right now is solidarity. And this is really important to all of us, that even though we are far flung from all corners of the world, we are there for each other, if only emotionally or kind of in principle or morally. Another big word I see, community. That's really, again, a very important thing, the fabric that binds us together. Inspiring, power, together, inspiration, hope. We are here because we have hope for a better future. And there are some words here that I just would like to pull out that are meaningful. I think friendship, family, grassroots, empowering, movement. This is a wonderful representation. We'll be sharing this later, but thank you for sharing what the network means to you. I'm going to hand the mic over to my colleague, Stacy, for a reflection on some of our key wins as a movement.
Thank you, Abby. That gave me a lot of joy to see all of those words coming through. And one of the words that I saw that stood out as well was global. And we are this global diverse movement. I'm just loving seeing all of these videos and all of these messages about everywhere we are in the world. And it is amazing to think, you know, when I started here, Zaza, you're getting many shout outs today on this call, but like Zaza was like, we gotta get this community to do more. Like, we are so powerful and like so able to get world leaders to do things. And he was right. And it has been amazing to watch, you know, over the last 8 years, just see how we as a community, when we have come together and used our voice, have been able to make amazing things happen, whether that was, you know, historically getting justice into the Sustainable Development Goals, or if it has been more recently in calling for the Legal Empowerment Fund, $100 million fund to be launched to support the work that all of our members, all of you are doing every day. And so it's just amazing, the Justice for All campaign, which we ran for the last 3 years. You know, there are so many highs, whether it was sitting at the World Justice Forum on the floor with 10 of you all as we planned for how we were going to have, you know, these heads of states talk about our movement and talk alongside them, and then seeing the next day everyone singing from the same hymn sheet around how impactful and wonderful our community was, or Sebastian, whether it was bringing all of these policymakers to a community center in Argentina and having Claudia like speak to Mary Robinson, the former head of Ireland president, and telling her about her cause, and then hearing Mary Robinson speak to the whole United Nations about Claudia's work. It was where you saw that magic happen. So I just want to say I'm so grateful to have been along for this ride with you all. And I'm so thankful that during the hardest days of COVID, when I think we all just wanted the world to stop, I got a real sense of hope and inspiration from all of you in seeing just how everyone pivoted and how no one walked away, and it made staying in the fight easier. And I'm so grateful to have gone through that experience with you all. So we have this short video to thank you all really for everything that we managed to achieve through the Justice for All campaign together. And I hope you all take a moment to just congratulate yourselves. I'm really, really proud of us all and what we've accomplished together.
We live in an unjust world.
Including Indonesia.
The rule is still fresh. Every day, grassroots justice defenders support vulnerable people to use their power to stand up against injustices. People that otherwise would be driven from the land of their ancestors, intimidated by violent police and military forces, and unfairly excluded from society. United Nations member states committed to achieving equal access to justice for all by 2030.
Grassroots justice defenders are both the most under threat and also the most overlooked and underfunded of justice actors. Yet they have shown that they can make the most difference in helping countries and the world achieve equal access to justice for all by 2030.
The Justice for All campaign took on these challenges, and together we are making it happen. In 2021, the Legal Empowerment Fund was launched with a commitment to raise $100 million for grassroots justice defenders worldwide. We distributed 1 million of rapid response grants to 60 groups from more than 30 countries through the COVID-19 Grassroots Justice Fund. 180 organizations participated in campaign actions, forging new partnerships and demanding change. 14 countries passed laws and policies that recognize and fund justice defenders. More than 1.4 million people engaged with our campaign online, and thousands signed our campaign pledge. These victories result from years of sustained action to make justice a priority for the global community.
Es inédito por la cantidad de dinero invertido, por la cantidad de organizaciones, grupos de base que van a poder acceder.
The strengthening of the community is the key achievement of this campaign.
BLAST received funds from this source to support paralegals and lawyers and also even our clients.
The Justice for All campaign brought money to organizers on the ground and brought it quickly.
Today, our campaign has ended, but the work continues. Governments and donors must fill the justice financing gap and fulfill the promise of justice for all by 2030. We must all play our part to keep grassroots justice defenders safe. Together, We must fight to make justice, not injustice, the norm.
Esto es solo el principio.
This is just the beginning.
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 We're celebrating our 10th year, but we are just beginning. This is just the beginning. Thank you very much, Stacy, for reminding us of what we can achieve, what we have achieved together, and what we can achieve together through collective action by working as a movement. It's amazing to see the summary of what we have done, what we have achieved in the last 10 years. Now, we will call on a network member to hear about reflections on network members' engagement with the network, with other network members. I will call on first Martha Opili from Keeping Alive Society's Hope in Kenya to share a reflection, a memory, good or bad, about the network, about her engagement with the network. Martha, over to you. Did you lose Martha?
Afternoon.
Oh, there you are, Martha. Good.
Hi, how are you? Okay, my name is Martha, like Malone has introduced me. I come from Kenya and I have been in the network for 5 years, and I can say it's been bliss all through, because the people I met physically in Hungary have been my friends. We've been connected since then, helping each other formally and informally. So that is an achievement that I feel has led to development of myself individually and the society at large. And career development, I can say what I learned from the training in Hungary, the legal empowerment and leadership and LILEC, legal empowerment and leadership course in Hungary. It led to my career building. I am able to engage the community in a better way. Legal empowerment in the community has been going on since then, and I am able to give out the knowledge I learned, especially on the knowing, using, and shaping the law, self-representation by the communities. I've done that a lot together with my team members. And lastly, organizational development as a result of being in the network. I have been able to work together with my team in the organization to apply for funding through the network. And we were funded once, the COVID-19 funds, and we were able to implement the COVID-19 sensitization of community and urging the community to go for vaccination. So we hope that by being in the network, we'll keep on working together and improving ourselves and also improving our organizations, as well as building the community and providing quality services for the community. But most importantly, the connection. It's real and I feel it. Thank you so much, Malone and the team.
Thank you very much, Martha. A round of applause for Martha from Kenya. Next. Thank you. Next, I'll call on Tom Wirachat from International Accountability Project, IAP, in Thailand, to share a reflection, his own reflection about his engagement with the network. So Tom, over to you.
Thank you, Marlon. Good morning, afternoon, and evening from Thailand, everyone. I'm so happy to be here with this family. We are gathering like this is a family of Legal Empowerment Network. And I think it's a family that and I think most of you choose to be together, even though we have not met everyone personally. And I don't remember exactly how I became a member. I think it's happened organically, but I always feel welcomed, included, and supported. I feel that genuinely, and I think I cannot do justice to capture those memories with the network in 1 minute, but I'll try. And I live in and come from a forest mountain ecosystem. So the way I see the Legal Empowerment Network as a food forest of lifelong learning and friendship and solidarity, right? It's so rich, diverse of knowledge, experience, and more than that is a common dreams that we all have together. And when you feel hungry, you come here, you find something, someone will share with you something, you can always count that there are food for thoughts for you. And I have had an honor to participate in many amazing opportunity initiatives led by the network. And this is the place where I meet people and profoundly change my life, the way I see things, the way I think about things, and I believe the impacts that happen to me and to us that also affect the roots, the network, the communities that we work with and live in. And this is a well of knowledge, right? And it's just amazing. And I come here, and when I hit the wall, I come here, I seek clarity, crowdsource idea solution, and sometimes just to rest and absorb the great energies that everyone brings. Right? I know somewhere, someone sharing my struggle with the same community-led approach. And often there are some victories, some win that we can all celebrate. And the most memorable moment is when, there was a leadership course that Mother and I attend, and the moment of sitting down, and that can be done virtually as well. And with friends who are willing to listen to you and often give a very thoughtful wisdom with the care. And those aha moments like, oh, you faced that too, and I never thought about that. I'll try that next time. That's rich of the exchange. And I believe that the network is a living philosophy, and it doesn't matter where we live, work, or play, we're dealing with some sort of oppressive system and structure. And someone said to me, solidarity means sharing risk. And I think the network is building, enriching these global solidarity and unstoppable force in fighting to build a more just world for the peoples, for our lands, for the environment. So happy anniversary and many more celebrations to come. We'll grow stronger together. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Tom. Well said, Kapkun Krab, Tom, and thank you, Marta, Asante Sana, Marta. So now we will ask everyone to share your reflections, not by unmuting your microphone. We don't have time for that. We have 76 participants in the room. Please use the chat. Please use the chat function, and please say something about your engagement with the network, your memory of the network, your reflection about your engagement with the network. And please continue doing that as we move on to the next part of our program, which will be another musical performance. We have this time we have a contribution from network member Timothy Timinipre Ikidi. He's a musician and a paralegal with Justice and Empowerment Initiatives, or JEI, in Nigeria. So we will have Timothy's song. And again, while we're playing Timothy's song, please share your reflections in the chat box.
My name is Timothy Ikidi, and they call me Timolistic because I stick to your lipstick. I'm a member of Legal Empowerment Network, and I've helped my human rights work so much. Thank you. It's my human right, and the human right. We have the Congratulations, Legal Empowerment.
Thank you very much, Timothy. You've got us all dancing and singing. We'll probably be singing that song for the next for the next few days, even in our sleep. Thank you, Timothy. Thank you, JI, for that. And Timothy wrote special lyrics for the anniversary celebration. Now, for the next 20 minutes, we will have the opportunity to connect with one another. So we will be going into small breakout groups to share different ideas, our ideas about the future, about the future of our network, our community. So we will have 5 breakout groups, and we will ask everyone to share what you'd like to see, what you'd like to do more of in the network over the next 10 years. So we've been here for 10 years. What will we do for the next 10 years? What do you want to see for the next 10 years? So we will have 5 breakout groups. We will have the list in the chat as well. For those interested in a global discussion and those who will need interpretation in Portuguese or French, please stay here in the main room. Do not join the breakout room. This will be your room, the main room. Your facilitator will be Paul Sixpence. Paul is here. For those in Europe and Eurasia, please join the breakout room facilitated by Irina Chaika from LDN, Ukraine. For those in South and Southeast Asia, your facilitator will be Sheila Formento from ALG in the Philippines. For those in Africa, please join the breakout facilitated by John Wariri from Kituo Chasheria, Kenya. And for those in Latin America, your facilitator will be Sebastian Pilo from Asij in Argentina, and the group will be facilitated in Spanish. So the breakout groups will now will open in a few seconds. You will see the options for the breakout groups again. Global discussion, stay in the main room, especially if you need Portuguese, French interpretation. And then we will have 4 regional groups. Please self-select. Click the join button when you see the list. And then we will have about 15 to 20 minutes for the discussion. And don't worry, we will send a reminder to everyone when you have 2 minutes left. And this is one thing good about Zoom, we can end the discussion automatically. something that we cannot do in person. Difficult to do in person convenings, but in Zoom, if we want to stop the discussion in small groups, Zoom does that automatically. That's what we appreciate. So we will also share a Miro board. We have our staff members, team members, who will be helping you take down notes. Okay.
And to see the list,
to
see the list, you have to click on the breakout rooms icon on the bottom of the screen, right?
No, they should see that automatically, right?
Okay.
No, you have to click on the breakout rooms button at the bottom to select your room. And as Akila put in the chat, we've created the global one by mistake. So just stay here if you want to be in the global discussion and interpretation.
Okay, so please click the 3 dots at the bottom of your screen. Click the 3 dots and then you'll find their join breakout room.
And if you need help, you can also just add the breakout room that you want to be in the chat, and one of us can help put you in the right room.
How I will write here in this meeting?
Keela, do you want us to join specific rooms to take notes?
Yes, we have already assigned note takers, I think, for all of the rooms, so we should be good. So feel free to join whichever room you want to be part of the discussion. And I think our facilitators from, two of our facilitators, Paul and John, couldn't join. So we're hoping members of our team, Purvi will support in the main room, and Sylvester and Michael will tag team on the Africa room. But all the other facilitators should be here.
Keela, just to clarify, did you want me to facilitate the global room or just take notes?
Yeah, if you could facilitate, that would be great.
Okay.
We can step in and support. Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
Akila?
Yes.
I can't join in any group. You have given a Miro link, so should I click that link?
No, is there, which room, the rooms are based on region, which one? South Asia. Okay, I should be able to move you there.
Lovely, thank you. Akila?
Yes. Oh.
All right. Hi, everyone. Oops. This room has interpretation, so just a reminder that if you can click on the interpretation icon and just select the language that you would like to use. The options are English, French, Portuguese, and Spanish. So the task for this breakout room is just our vision for the future of the network and what ideas we have for the things that we should do for the next 5 to 10 years. What do we want to be celebrating 10 years from now? So the floor is open, please feel free. There is a Miro board that I've just dropped a link to in the chat box. And I will help take notes, but also feel free to use the Miro board. There's a special space for our global group in the Miro board. If you want to drop your ideas directly there, that's great. Otherwise, let's share and I'll take notes there. Anyone have ideas for the things we should do in the future?
So we also have a lot of people in the room. So I don't know that we have time for introductions for everyone, but maybe, yeah, if you all could say hi in the chat, and anyone who wants to share, what they've already been engaged in and how, what they would like to do more of in the future of the network as well. That would be great.
Yeah, and maybe as you're sharing your idea, maybe just take a minute to introduce yourself so everyone knows.
Hi, everyone. I'm Amanda. I've been a member of the network since 2017, and I also work at Namati, and I've just been so inspired by the celebration so far. I think it would be really amazing to have more opportunities for us to all come together on a lighter tone and to celebrate and to see one another. There's so much seriousness, rightfully so, in all of our work. And so it's nice to just have opportunities like this to celebrate and be together. Curious if anyone else would like that too, or wants to add to that.
Yeah, hello.
Hi, Mohammed.
Hi, how are you? My name is Mohammed Jallo from Sierra Leone. I'm working with the Lady Ellen Women's Aid Foundation. And before this time, I have been the leader of the National Coalition for Community Empowerment in Sierra Leone. I think it's amazing to be part of this 10-year anniversary of the Namati Legal Empowerment Network, because I know exactly the kind of work you guys have done up to this point. I remember very well when I joined the network 3 years ago, just after participating in the Legal Empowerment Leadership course in Budapest. And when I came back, it was like, you have to go on the ground and put what you have learned into practice. And of course, we would have been doing that here in Sierra Leone. And honestly, the resource materials that you guys have on the website have been very, very useful. The community participation, the contributions from the membership of the network has been very, very fabulous. And we have also gone to the extent to set up regional networks like the West Africa Legal Empowerment Network. And a lot of things have been learned. We have shared a lot of experiences, and we are really looking forward to the next 10 years, how we can build on the strength that we have already have. And we also want to see the Legal Empowerment Network actually broaden, their intervention to, to other countries, because we know what we are benefiting from the network. So I'm very much proud to be part of this noble family, global noble family, and we are looking forward to a more exciting 10 years to come. Thank you.
Thank you, Mohammed. That's fantastic that you have a West Africa unit of the Legal Empowerment Network. We look forward to seeing all the wonderful things you all do. And Prabhakar, welcome. No worries. Dembele, I see your hand. Please go ahead. Dembele, sorry, we're hearing an echo. I think there might be an issue. We're hearing a very loud. Do you want to try again? Dembele, did you want to unmute? Okay, I'm not sure what the problem is. It might be an interpretation issue. I'll work with my colleague to try to fix that, and we'll come back to you, Dembele. Anyone else wanted to share? I see some longtime members of the network. Curious to hear your visions for the next 5 to 10 years. Denise, please.
Hi, Purvi. How are you? Hi, everybody. I'm Denise Dora. I'm from Brazil. I'm a lawyer. I've been working with legal empowerment with women community leaders since 1993. It's a long time. And I had the lucky to meet Namach at a certain point in my life. I think it was 2017. Or 16 in a workshop that was organized in Buenos Aires by some of our colleagues here. So TEMIS, the feminist organization that I'm a board member, was able to participate, and since then we've been in touch. I went 2 times for the Budapest leadership course. It was a great opportunity. I think we met there, Mohammed, no? And last time we were all together in person was December 2019, right before the pandemic, but we've been still in touch. We worked together in a research project about gender justice under the COVID-19 pandemic. I'm now executive director of Article 19, an organization that works with freedom of expression in South America. So Tainara is here, is one of our members. Jade is also here. And we've been learning a lot from Namati, not only about methodologies on how to explain law for people, how to engage community leaders in empowering their role as people who can shape the law, can implement it, can enforce it, can recreate it. And so we learn a lot from Namati, and I think it's super important. If we think about the next 5 years, I believe that we need to discuss even more the role of the states in protecting justice and how the justice systems itself can be changed, not only about how we can have better laws, but how we can have better justice systems. And this is a global issue, but it's also a very local one, because justice systems are different from one place to another one. And also, I also think that we need to discuss more issues of, but it's obviously because where I am now, but digital rights issues, how people communicate with themselves, how hate speech has been increasing in the world, how our democracies are being threatened by these new patterns of communication, and how the justice systems and the legal empowerment play a role within this scenario. Sometimes very difficult, for some countries, for many countries. And so it's a pleasure. And when we are in a moment so nervous as we are in Brazil now, with presidential elections in a week, the fact that we are working hard to defeat Bolsonaro and all these fascists, but when we think that we are not alone, that you are in other places of the world working together for a better life, this is especially good. That's maybe one of the main things of being part of this network. So thanks a lot for the first 10 years, and wishing more 10 and 20 and how many more we need.
Thank you, Denise. And yes, all of us are keeping all our fingers tightly crossed for Brazil and for you. Unfortunately, I mean, definitely in this community, you're not alone. This is what the network is really about. As you saw, the big word was solidarity. We're all together through the tough times. But also, I think on the questions that you were talking about, like democracy and like justice systems and roles of the state, I think that's really a question, network wide. It's something that is coming up for members across our community in different countries, different regions around the world. So really good idea to maybe take that up as we move forward.
Yeah, can I say something?
Of course, please, Prabhakar.
This is Prabhakar Bakchand. I'm from Nepal, but currently based in Lexington. And I just wanted, I would like to congratulate the Global Legal Empowerment Network and Namati for making this legal empowerment network, growing towards becoming a movement, a global movement for justice. And I just like, having been here in the US for the last 3 months, I do feel that the awareness on the level of on different international instrument like International Convention of Elimination of for all forms of racial discrimination, CEDAW, it seems to be confined to those people who do some kind of academic work or related to some non-profit. But in Nepal too, I felt that ICERT, apart from people giving a periodic shadow report to the United Nations, the bureaucracy at the local level it does not have a sense of what ICERT and CEDAW is about. So I think in the next 10 years, we should focus. I mean, our paralegals and community workers in South Asia and different parts of the world could focus around sensitizing the bureaucrats and the government agencies so that the spirit of these instruments are understood and internalized by bureaucrats and officials of the law enforcing agencies. And once again, I would like to thank Namati team for being such a beautiful family. In fact, incorporating people from all parts of the world and making them feel that they are a part of the family. For all these years, I feel so much part of the network that it's like a family for me. Thank you again. I hope this network blossoms into a revolution in the sense that connects people and bring them together so that justice becomes the language of the day. Thank you.
I love that, Prabhakar. Thank you. And thank you for being such a wonderful member of the family for so long. Rizwan, please.
Yes. So I would like to congrats to the NAMTI group who has arranged a very beautiful meeting. And secondly, I congrats to all the team of NAMTI for the 10th anniversary. So I'm from Pakistan, and here I have shared my experience like practicing lawyer. Actually, we have it's very. I think this is very necessary to join like these meetings for educate ourselves. Like if we will join like these meetings, we will hopefully learn many things whole over the world. So I really appreciate for your step and for your initiative. So once again, thank you for everyone and all the team of NAMTI. Thank you.
Thank you, Rizwan. Did you have any ideas for things that you would particularly like to see the network do over the next 5 to 10 years?
Sorry?
Did you have ideas for things that you would particularly like the network to be taking on?
I think this network will be expand in future. So my best wishes and prayers for NAMTI group. Yeah. So I will definitely join again your meetings.
Great.
Thank you.
Thank you.
And Porvi, just a time check. We have about a minute before we bring everybody back to the main room.
Okay, great. I mean, I think we're going to continue to ask all of you for ideas, but also please feel free, as new ideas emerge in your head, you should just share, because as we were saying in the beginning, this is our network. We set the direction, we decide the things that we come up with. So we really look forward always to hearing your ideas for what we should do together.
Yeah, maybe I will. I'm Stacy. You guys heard from me earlier. I love everything that everyone's been saying. I would also hope that in the next 10 years, all of the $100 million is distributed to all of you from the Legal Empowerment Fund. And so for that, we needed to be filled. I think we're getting close to 30 million now. But yeah, there is more work to be done to fill that fund and to keep donors on their toes and to ensure that they keep investing in this work. So I'm excited for the learnings that are going to come from this money being invested. I'm excited for the methods of small grants getting out, small amounts of money to organizations that need it, rather than just these kind of big NGOs. And I'm excited to see how the governance model works. We're letting our members of the community decide which other members of the community should be supported. And so my hope is that this really makes a difference to our movement.
I love that vision. And we're getting there. I mean, there was a time maybe where $100 million felt like a very
Aniju, I've been laughing. I was like going through like old documents, and I found like day one from like 8 years ago. I had this draft. Let's start a global fund memo that was written, and I mean, it was A, appallingly badly written, and B, like amazing to see that like this like poorly drafted thing has now come into being. So everyone's coming back now, but yeah, it was maybe I'll share it on the network, the funny first draft of what this could be from 10 years ago.
I would love that.
The breakout rooms are closing. We're expecting the 4 groups to be back here in the main room. Okay, let's give them a few seconds.
Hello, Marlon.
Yes, Sylvester.
Yeah. Yes, Marlon. I was trying to give my colleagues from Africa an announcement before we all returned here. So
okay.
I would want to. Go ahead. So I wanted to tell them about our up and coming West African Legal Empowerment Virtual Exchange scheduled for next week, Thursday, 27th, and that I will speak with Akila and then share the link so that they can register and join, because most of our discussions centered on virtual exchanges, engagements, and other things. So I believe that it is a step in the right direction that we tell them about what is coming up so that those who don't know about it would get to participate, and then we begin to also build a network from there. So thank you for the opportunity.
Thank you very much, and we're all back. I hope you all had a great discussion in your groups, in the 5 breakout groups. We're excited to hear ideas. Unfortunately, we don't have time to hear everything that had been shared in the breakout groups. We have taken notes. If you're interested in learning more about what the different groups had discussed, we encourage everyone to check the Miro board. We have shared the link to the Miro board. Although I checked the Miro board, some of the notes are very small, but you can adjust the size. So we encourage everyone to go through the Miro board and take a look at the notes from the other breakout groups. And here's what we can do. For the next minute, can you please share in the chat what's one thing you're excited to do more of in the network? In the chat. So using the chat. So share one thing that you're excited to do more of, or you're excited to do. If you haven't done that in the past 10 years, in the future, you want to do it in the future. Or you can just share one interesting idea that you got from the group discussion. Please, use the chat function for that. Okay, I'm looking at the time, and we'll proceed to some final sessions for our celebration today. So now we have another musical performance, this time from Rohan Ratna Bagchand. He is a sustainable development campaigner, a musician in Nepal, and brother to our brother Prabhakar Bagchand. So if you know Prabhakar, Rohan is Prabhakar's brother.
Namaste from Nepal. My name is Rohan Ratna Bagchand and I'm a sustainable development campaigner. I sing songs for justice. My songs are about knowing, using and shaping the law. This is the mantra that Legal Empowerment Network gave. My songs are about people, nature and love. Today, on 10th anniversary of the network, I would like to congratulate all the members of the Legal Empowerment Network and the global Namati family, and all those whose purpose is justice. On this auspicious occasion, I would like to dedicate the Justice Song to all the legal empowerment practitioners, justice defenders, and all the barefoot lawyers, the community paralegals. May justice become the language of the world. Thank you.
We won't relent,
We will fight until the end. We have been sent to protect and to defend. We won't relent. We will fight until the end. We have been sent to protect and to defend. Let justice flow like a river, flow from the peaks to the ground. Let justice flow like a river, till only freedom is found. We count the cost. We will pay our very lives. Oh, all may seem lost, but the kingdom will arise. Let justice flow like a river, flow from the peaks to the ground. Let justice flow like a river, till only freedom is found. Let justice flow like a river, flow from the peaks to the ground. Let justice flow like a river, till only freedom is found. Oh, the coastlands will know, the coastlands will know, the coastlands will know your justice. The islands will know, the islands will know, the islands will know your justice. The nations will know, the nations will know, the nations will know your justice. Let justice flow like a river, flow from the peak to the ground. Let justice flow like a river, till only freedom is found. Oh, we won't relent. We will fight until the end. We have been sent to protect and to defend. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Rohan. And Prabhakar, please
Nama-
leave our thanks to your brother, Rohan.
I
And
will.
with that, we want to thank everyone. We want to thank you all so much for being here, for being part of our community, for joining us today to celebrate. Solidarity was the biggest word in the exercise that we did earlier. And here we feel solidarity. We feel the community. We feel, Tom said, we feel being part of a forest, a nurturing forest. Together, we have built a powerful community of legal empowerment practitioners and a global movement for social and environmental justice over the past decade. We're excited to continue this journey. As the video said, this is just the beginning. and we are ready to continue the journey and to deepen our collective work and impact over the next 10 years. Thank you again, everyone. Thank you and have a wonderful day. This is our network. This is our anniversary. This is our celebration. Happy anniversary, everyone. Congratulations to all of us.
Thank you. This is
Bye.
Bye.
Goodbye,
Thank you.
everyone.
Thank you, network team.
Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you, guys.